The typical way of sourcing profitable products for your Amazon business is dead in 2025. If you're just going through sellers' storefronts and clicking their products one by one, you're actually setting yourself up for failure. There is a new and better way to source profitable products for your Amazon business in 2025, and I'm gonna break it down for you in a couple easy steps. With that being said, let's dive into the video so you can see exactly how you can implement this on your own and actually make money with Amazon in 2025. And if you got value, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into it.
So the way most people try to find profitable products for their store in 2025 is the wrong way to do it. Now, this is the way that they typically do it. They go to a listing that probably sells decently well, and then they click on the sellers and they go through all of these sellers one by one. They click on their actual storefront and then they run through all their products one by one on this, without really using any software or any tools to make this a lot easier. Now, this is the way that I did it years ago, and it worked years ago, but now it doesn't really work so well. The way I do it now is a little bit different. I use this tool called the Keepa product finder. I'm going to show you how you can storefront stock with it. So I'm going to do my exact strategy right now. So I'm pulling up this listing. Now I can tell that this listing sells pretty well. Maybe it's not the most profitable one anymore, but hey, there's about 40 or so sellers on this listing, and maybe they have other products that could potentially be profitable. So I'm going to do the exact first step here, and I'm going to click on these sellers. But then what I'm going to do, and this is a hack for new sellers who might have a lot of ungating issues, look for sellers with lower review counts. So I see somebody who has 4 ratings. I'm going to click them and the reason I say this is because if they have lower review counts, then most likely they're having the same gating issues as you. So the products on their store, maybe they don't have a gating issue with, or there was a loop. Maybe you could get an invoice from the website. And that's definitely an important hack, is make sure you're asking for an invoice from the website, to see if you can get ungated, if it is gated, or, wherever you're purchasing that product from. Definitely can help you speed up the process rather than just being, oh, I'm gated in it. There's no way around it. You don't want to be doing anything like that. So this one has 11 reviews, and I say like under 20 or so is like a good level to like be sourcing from like a beginner seller. So what I do is I pick around 3 to 5 good sellers. And then once you find a storefront that you like and you're finding products from, you want to take this link, this URL right here, copy and paste it, add it to a Google Sheet. Extremely helpful to be able to save these storefronts. And then, you start to gather up more and more storefronts that are good, that you can look back on a weekly basis. And that way you can, repeatedly find profitable products from these stores. So I got this one right here, and I got this one right here as well. I'm going to take a look at their storefronts pretty quick and see what they got, what kind of products they carry, just to make sure that it's not like a wholesale storefront. They got Bath and Body Works. They got Rode as well. I know it's arbitrage. Bath and Body Works is definitely online arbitrage. And then, it's common themes here that I'm seeing a lot of repetitive arbitrage products. So this is a good sign that this is definitely an arbitrage store. Here I'm seeing One Size Wilson. This is Huda Beauty. That's also arbitrage. I'm seeing a pretty good consistent pattern of arbitrage on all 3 of these stores as well. N07 is arbitrage too. So yeah, it looks like I'm finding a good chunk of arbitrage. So what I would do now is, take these storefronts, copy and paste this ID right here, the me equals. You take that ID and then you scroll down in the product finder. So actually I had a search loaded up, but I'm going to reset it right now and start this from scratch. So I take their seller IDs and I start to copy and paste it into my browser. So then I take another one and then I copy and paste that one. And then I put a comma next to it. So that basically allows us to have multiple stores. So you need their IDs in order to input this into the product finder. And that little code right here that ends, or it goes from equals to and, is the code that you need for each seller. Every seller has one of these. Even your storefront has one of these as well. So there's 3. We got 236 products, which is kind of a lot. So what we can do is we can narrow this down. We can maybe focus on a specific category. I always recommend like niching down. So what we're going to do, since these are a lot of beauty stores, I've noticed they're mostly in a beauty niche, I'm going to do under 120 sales rank, 120K sales rank, which basically means that they're selling around 100 times a month or so, or less, maybe like 60 to 70 or more a month. is amount of units sold. And then from here, I'm going to go to the beauty category as my root category. And now I have 63 products, makes it a lot easier and more digestible to be able to source from this. And then I'm going to try to mitigate like private label products and stuff like that. Obviously, these are all arbitrage sellers. You probably won't find much of those. But yeah, so 5 to 40 sellers is a good number just to kind of prevent saturation or anything like that in the last 30 days. And then what I'm going to do is click find products. And that's as simple as that. And then I'm going to look through all of these products one by one. So that's how you basically do this entire process. It's fairly simple. You're going to load up these Keepa charts. We'll look through some Keepa charts and, take a look at what looks like a good one and what doesn't. And then on another video, I'll definitely do some live sourcing breakdown on these storefronts like these. And you can see this is a pretty stable chart. The offer count's rising a bit. Maybe this is something to pass on potentially because it could potentially drop in price due to that offer count rising pretty steeply. But basically what you would do is continually go through this and look, offer count's rising here. Probably not a good sign to get in on it right now. The price might fall. It looks like it's actually starting to fall. That's a listing that you can skip over. So right here, this one didn't load for whatever reason. Try one more time. Maybe, there we go. So this one looks a little bit more stable. I mean, the price is kind of inflated. You can tell that the price was a little inflated. So, that could be worth a look. What you would do is if you're going to go ahead and start to source it, then you're going to click Amazon and then you're going to see, okay, this is a variation. Brands known to file IP complaints. That's from my IP alert software. There's a link down in the description if you want to check that software out, but it's extremely helpful to avoid potential IP complaints. This listing is relatively low seller count. It could potentially lead to an IP complaint. I personally would stay away from it. So due to that, I'm going to back out and not actually source this product. And what an IP complaint is, it's basically if the brand complains about you selling their product. It happens very rarely, but it's important to note that it's something that can actually lead to your account running into some issues. So I would definitely avoid it. So here we have a really great Keepa chart. As you can see, stable. This is definitely one I would be going after. So I'd be going to the Amazon listing, 1,000 sales a month. And then from there, what you're going to do is load up your SellerAmp extension. And then you're going to go to Google from here. And you're going to see, okay, this product is selling for $32. Maybe you can get a coupon, get it down even lower than that. But even at $32, it seems like you're going to be making a solid chunk of profit here, about 10%. Actually, probably a little higher. Looks like 55 is the buy box right now. I'm making that $8 profit, and that's honestly lower because I have prep fees and stuff in here. So if we want an very accurate estimate of how much you would make on this, I could take some out because this is basically how much I add into my buy costs for virtual assistant salaries. It's something to not really worry about until down the line. But yeah, so this actually $9 profit and 41 cents. So pretty great product there. So you see how quickly we can find products if we know exactly what we're looking for. This looks like another chart here. Looks like it's a decently stable chart. And then from there, you would just go to the Amazon listing and then open up your SellerAmp and then go to Google, see where you can find this product. And one thing I will note is as we're going to load this up, you got to do your due diligence on these suppliers that you're going to be purchasing products from. If you're buying from the brand, obviously that's totally fine. But if you're buying from HP Beauty Bar, I've never really heard of that. Probably want to do a little bit of a deeper digging to see if they are actually selling legitimate items. Looks like the brand itself sells it. It's a UK brand, which doesn't mean you can't order it to the United States. That actually kind of presents an opportunity sometimes. So yeah, that's basically the entire process. You would just go through these one by one. And then if you see a good chart, you do a little bit of a deeper dive. And then you start to look for coupons. Like this one, for example, you can pull up your Chrome extensions like Capital One Shopping, Coupon Cabin. You can test out these codes, try to get it a little bit lower, and then flip it on Amazon for profit. So that's pretty much it, though. I hope you guys got some value from this video. And now you have a little bit of a better way and a consistent way to find profitable products for your Amazon storefront in 2025. As always, if you got value, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one.